Let's head back to the voicemail of Truth and Reason.
Well, the season's over. The defensive coordinator's been fired, and Mike Prefer's still there. Just a quick little thought. Man, did you realize that in the last 8 games, Nick Chubb scored 1 rushing touchdown? 1. He had 7 games with 0 rushing touchdowns out of the last 8 games. The last 6, he didn't touch the end zone rushing the ball. Wow, what happened? Go Browns.
So I appreciate all of the voicemails. Let's welcome in Casey Kinnaman, Dog Pound Daily. Casey, there's got to be a tweaking to the offense without question. That'll involve the run game in addition to passing more.
When it comes to Chubb, it's almost it's like 2 seasons in one. You had the first 8 games before the bye, and then you had everything after the bye. And, before the bye, he was averaging 105 yards per game. He had 10 rushing touchdowns. After the bye, it was 76 yards a game and 2 rushing touchdowns. I think that speaks more to how the offensive line played. After the bye week, there was just something off. And you can point to injuries, Pochich being out of the lineup for a good bit, Teller with his calf, Conklin all banged up, the inconsistencies of Wills. And you add all that together, and it's tough sledding for a running back, even one as talented as Nick Chubb.
Yeah, let's look at this. We found this really interesting when we dug this up. So this is Nick Chubb's 2022 season in thumbnail. He had 302 carries. That's a career high. 1,525 yards. It's career high. 5.1 yards per carry. 13 touchdowns. Career high. 239 receiving yards. 69 first down carries. Career high. Averaged almost 91 yards a game, and he started all 17 games. I mentioned the carries, and this surprised me. Only Derrick Henry and Josh Jacobs had more carries. Only Derrick Henry and Josh Jacobs, and those guys get run into the ground, had more carries than Nick Chubb. So there's something that they got to figure out moving forward, and I don't know that it's running him more. It's throwing so that he faces lighter boxes and can be more effective.
Yeah, it's more about efficiency than anything else, right? And that 302, that's kind of misleading because, in 2019 he had 298 carries on 1 fewer game. So he's seen this kind of usage before. But, and Nick's a special athlete, and I believe that if you, like you said, if they're able to be more efficient and throw the ball with greater regularity to kind of ease up the boxes, lighten everything up, and give him some easier rush lanes, it would make it easier on the offensive line as well as Nick. But, this is a modern NFL. You're going to have to throw the ball to kind of loosen everything up. And I think that's what they need to focus on going into next year because Chubb's going to be solid.
Yeah, and you know what? He's people are going to find out he can catch the football if you throw it to him. I wouldn't say he's a scat back, but he's a guy you can throw the football to, and he will turn it into a positive play.
Yeah, he's not a nuanced route runner by any means, but he's dangerous with the ball in his hand, and he works really well in the screen game, outlet passes, things of that nature. And I think you're going to see more usage of that now, especially that Kareem Hunt's going to be moving on.